Behind the scenes, tensions have reached a boiling point, all triggered by a single leaked baby drama clip that has shattered friendships and strained marriages. Fans were stunned to discover that Karlie was seen openly celebrating what was meant to be a private moment, but the real shock came from Kirk Frost's unexpected response. Instead of standing firmly by Rasheeda, insiders reveal that Kirk appeared to side with Karlie, igniting a fierce backlash. Furious and heartbroken, Rasheeda reportedly stormed into Kirk's study, phone in hand, her voice trembling with a mix of pain and anger as she confronted him. "You left me for her." Witnesses say the confrontation was raw and emotional, with Rasheeda recounting how Kirk had praised Karlie's loyalty shortly after the explosive clip went public. The fallout has left the family fractured and emotions running high, painting a picture of betrayal and divided loyalties that no one saw coming. Some have stood by Kirk, applauding his effort to stay neutral amid the chaos, while others sharply criticize him for turning his back on Rasheeda when she needed his support the most. Meanwhile, whispers are gaining momentum that Rasheeda remains unwilling to forgive. Insiders reveal she is deeply unsettled, questioning everything, wondering whether Kirk truly believed Karlie's version of events or if he simply rushed to defend her without full conviction. This ongoing clash is set to bring more heartbreak and tears, culminating in a confrontation that could forever alter the course of their lives. Stay tuned, this saga is just heating up. Even before the cast arrived on set, the studio lot was alive with whispers and tension. Social media was ablaze with viral screenshots of a leaked clip capturing Scrappy and Shakira sharing an intimate, playful moment about baby names. The buzz quickly shifted focus when a reaction video surfaced showing Karlie laughing, treating the private exchange like a joke. But what caught everyone completely off guard was Kirk Frost's unexpected reaction, adding a whole new layer to the unfolding drama. Instead of rushing to Rasheeda's side, sources reveal that Kirk called Karlie afterward, commending her for being upfront. Word spread quickly among the crew, and Rasheeda's phone blew up with messages filled with angry emojis and heartfelt support. "How could he choose her over you?" they asked. "I'm so sorry, Queen. This is unreal." She read every message, her heart pounding. Earlier that morning, Kirk had texted, "Just saw you trending. I'll be home soon." Rasheeda stared at the words, confusion swirling inside her. She loved Kirk, but if he stood with Karlie, the very person who weaponized Shakira's private moment, what did that mean? Her fingers trembled as she replied, "We need to talk." Grabbing her keys, she headed straight to their shared office, where Kirk was finishing a call. Surprise flickered across his face. "Hey baby, thought we were on for dinner," he said casually, but Rasheeda felt an icy distance. Holding up her phone, she showed him Karlie's clip playing on repeat. "Did you call Karlie after this went viral?" Kirk hesitated, then admitted, "I just wanted to make sure she knew I wouldn't let this drama damage Scrappy's reputation." Rasheeda's jaw clenched tightly. "So you took her side?" Kirk shook his head, insisting, "I'm not choosing sides." She let out a bitter laugh. You defended her, not me." The tension in the room was palpable. Kirk reached for her hand. "Rasheeda, you know I love you. I was just trying to stay neutral." She pulled away sharply. "Neutral? When my husband praises my friend for celebrating someone else's pain." Kirk rubbed his face wearily. "I get why you're upset. She's my friend too." Rasheeda's eyes burned with anger. She mocked Shakira's tears, made fun of a pregnant woman, and "You stood by her." His voice dropped. "I didn't see it like that." Her emotions spilled over. Pacing, tears threatening, she said, "You left me for her in an instant. What else am I supposed to think?" Kirk grabbed her shoulders. "Calm down, you're snapping at me." She pushed him away fiercely. "I'm not snapping, I'm waking up. I need you to choose me." Pain flickered across Kirk's face. "I already did." She tilted her head, incredulous. "Oh really? Then why did you praise her in that voicemail?" His gaze fell. "I was caught off guard." Rasheeda shook her head. "The real question, do you trust me enough to defend me?" Kirk closed his eyes, swallowing hard. Then he played back the message for her, the gentle praise he'd given. "Karlie, you handled that conversation so well. You're always so honest." Rasheeda's throat tightened. "You praised her honesty. Kirk, did you ever praise mine?" His shoulders slumped. "I did. When I talked to you this morning." Tears spilled freely from Rasheeda's eyes as she grabbed her keys. "I need space." Kirk reached out, but she was already gone. Outside, the relentless afternoon sun beat down as she slammed the car door shut, hands shaking on the wheel. Kirk's voice echoed from the doorway. "Please call me when you cool down." She didn't respond, driving away with a swirling storm of doubt and betrayal consuming her mind. Following the discussion, the cast filmed a brief scene of Karlie and Rasheeda walking side by side toward a charity event stage. Rasheeda offered Karlie a polite nod, which Karlie returned with a tentative smile. Kirk trailed protectively behind, Rasheeda, pride evident. The cameras captured a fragile moment of forgiveness, hope cautiously rekindled. As night fell and the lot emptied, Rasheeda and Kirk walked toward their trailers in near silence. Kirk broke it gently. "Thank you for sitting with me today." Rasheeda met his eyes. "I needed to see you choose me in front of everyone." He nodded firmly. "I did." She hesitated, then allowed him to kiss her hand. "Let's face this leak and whatever comes next together." Kirk wrapped his arm around her waist, and she leaned in a quiet signal that trust might yet be rebuilt, piece by piece. But under the glow of the lot's fading lights, Karlie lingered, watching them disappear. Her phone buzzed with a new headline that two crew members had resurrected the leaked clip, editing the audio to paint her reactions as more sinister. Her chest tightened, resolve hardening. Though the frosts sought fragile healing, Karlie knew the next twist loomed, fueled by the insatiable appetite for drama. She was determined to uncover the truth and prevent another fracture. Karlie arrived on set still carrying the weight of recent turmoil. Whispers trailed her as she moved. Makeup artists exchanged sympathetic looks, and even the grip crew held their breath. Mendez was nearby, conferring with the assistant director, concern etched on his face. Catching her eye, he offered a small, encouraging smile and a thumbs up before returning to work. She was not alone in this fight. Yet the road to redemption promised to be arduous. Moments later, Rasheeda stepped onto the same stage, slipping effortlessly into character despite the storm inside her. Kirk noticed her hesitation and reached out, brushing a stray lock of hair from her face. She leaned into his touch, drawing strength from his quiet support. Every gesture of loyalty mattered deeply amid their fragile truce. The crew arranged a late afternoon shoot under a softly lit gazebo, adorned with string lights and flickering lanterns. The director called action, instructing Rasheeda and Kirk to share a behind-the-scenes moment of playful banter before a charity gala. Nearby, Yandy and Erica laughed over inside jokes, while Karlie hovered at the edge, clipboard and drinks tray in hand. Cameras rolled as Kirk grinned at Rasheeda. "Remember when I tried teaching you to grill salmon and almost burned the patio down?" Rasheeda laughed genuinely, her voice warm and unguarded. "I'll never let you live that down," she teased, nudging him gently. The crew exchanged approving murmurs, captivated by their chemistry. But the mood shifted when Rasheeda's expression softened, the playful mask slipping away. She paused, eyes drifting to Kirk's chestnut hair. Erica noticed first, tilting her head. "Everything okay?" she whispered. Rasheeda swallowed hard, turning back to Kirk. "There's something I need to ask." His brow furrowed. "Anything," he replied. The camera zoomed in, capturing the intimate exchange. Rasheeda inhaled deeply. "Why was Karlie your first call?" "Yesterday." Kirk stiffened, regret flashing across his face. "I panicked," he confessed. "Her number was the first I thought of." Rasheeda's heart clenched. "Because you didn't think of me." His voice cracked. "I thought I was protecting you both." Her eyes filled with hurt. "Protecting me by ignoring me." The director called cut, but the tension lingered. Kirk reached for Rasheeda's hand. She met his gaze, tears welling. "I needed you too. Choose me," she said softly. His eyes shone with emotion. "You are my priority. I made a mistake." The crew exhaled collectively, the cameras having captured a raw moment of truth and vulnerability. Later, during lunch in the craft tent, Rasheeda retreated to a quiet corner with Yandy, the fragrant steam rising from bowls of soup, mingling with the heaviness in the air. Yandy settled into the chair across from Rasheeda, her warm brown eyes filled with genuine concern. "How are you really holding up?" she asked gently. Rasheeda stirred her salad absent-mindedly, her voice barely above a whisper. "Just when I think we've put it all behind us, something happens that drags me right back to yesterday." Yandy reached across the table, softly covering Rasheeda's hand with hers. "It's okay to feel that way." Rasheeda gave a small, weary nod. "I want to trust Kirk fully again, but honestly, I'm just not there yet." Yandy gave Rasheeda's hand a reassuring squeeze. "He'll show him he can earn your trust back. Remember when he confronted the interns and brought the raw footage forward?" Rasheeda let out a slow breath, acknowledging how much that had meant. Across the tent, Karlie observed the interaction, guilt shadowing her features. The afternoon's shoot shifted into high gear with a timed group challenge. The cast was tasked with building a fundraising display. Erica and Yandi teamed up to handle structural elements while Kirk oversaw the design. DC's coordinated the contributions, and Karlie and Rasheeda were charged with creating the centerpiece. Cameras followed their every move, capturing the simmering tension beneath the pressure. Standing side by side in front of a whiteboard, Karlie suggested, "What if we add photos from past events?" Rasheeda paused thoughtfully. "I like that, but the focus has to stay on the cause." Karlie nodded, her expression softening. "You're right." As they worked together, a flicker of their old friendship rekindled, an encouraging sign noted by staff behind the scenes, hinting that Karlie's remorse might be sincere. Midway through the task, a crew member accidentally knocked over a pile of fundraising flyers, scattering them across the lot. Rasheeda bent down to collect them, and Kirk quickly came to help. Their hands brushed while gathering the papers, and Rasheeda caught the concern in his eyes, returning a gentle smile. "Thanks for being here," she said quietly. Kirk's relief was evident as he smiled back. Speaking directly into the live microphone, Rasheeda's voice held steady. "I let my humor cloud my judgment. I didn't consider how sharing that clip would affect others. Seeing the pain it caused me hurt deeply." She swallowed hard, then continued, "I promise to be more thoughtful before I react." Viewers saw her genuine remorse, and supportive messages flooded in online, applauding her accountability. Next, Yandi spoke about the dangers of performative advocacy, while Erica discussed the fine line between playful teasing and cruelty. Mendez admitted his attempt at neutrality had come across as neglect. When Kirk finally took his turn, he leaned forward with sincerity. "Balancing loyalties was harder than I imagined. I reached out to the person I thought needed me most, but in doing so, I left my wife feeling abandoned. I'm learning that protecting someone means being there for them first." As the day drew to a close, the cameras caught Rasheeda watching the monitor near the booth, tears glistening in her eyes. This moment of shared, unfiltered confession from everyone involved brought a rawness rarely seen. The sun cast a warm golden glow over the set as the director called for one last shot, the entire cast standing hand in hand before the gazebo. Rasheeda squeezed Kirk's hand and he whispered, "We're okay." A small smile touched her lips as she nodded. Karlie, standing just across from her, gave a supportive thumbs up. Rasheeda mouthed, "Thank you," and Karlie returned a hopeful smile. As the cameras counted down 3, 2, 1, the flash captured the first photo since the leak. The atmosphere shifted, tension easing into cautious hope. Extras, behind the scenes, quietly cheered, sensing a genuine chapter of healing had begun. Later, as twilight blanketed the lot, Rasheeda and Kirk strolled toward their trailer. Kirk slipped an arm around her waist, and she rested her head against his shoulder. "Today was better," she whispered. Kirk pressed a gentle kiss to her temple. "Tomorrow will be even better." Together, they stepped inside, closing the door on another day dedicated to reconciliation. As dusk settled over the set, delicate string lights twinkled above, casting a gentle warmth over the carefully crafted garden scene. Tables scattered with mismatched chairs and small bouquets of wildflowers created the illusion of an intimate dinner party. The production crew moved with quiet energy, aware this final scene would close the tumultuous chapter of leaked clips, broken trust, and public heartbreak. Rasheeda arrived first, slipping gracefully into an understated yet elegant emerald green dress that perfectly complemented her eyes. Her hair cascaded in soft waves, and her makeup was effortlessly natural. Pausing at the edge of the set, she took a moment to breathe in the atmosphere, her chest tightening with a mix of nerves and hope. Moments later, Kirk appeared, dressed casually in a crisp white shirt and dark jeans. He offered a comforting smile, which Rasheeda returned with a confident nod. Nearby, Yandi and Erica exchanged quiet words about navigating the emotional storm of tears and arguments, while Karlie and Mendez stood together, sharing a brief moment of solidarity. As the director called for action, the cameras slowly swept across the group as they approached the table. Taking a deep breath, Rasheeda led Kirk by the hand to the seats at the head of the table. Others filled in around them. Karlie settled to Rasheeda's right, Yandi and Erica across from them, and Mendez beside Kirk. Flickering candlelight set, an intimate, contemplative mood. Rasheeda rose to speak, unburdened by a script. Her voice was steady, though her eyes shimmered with vulnerability. Our journey began with a leak that felt like betrayal, she confessed, her gaze traveling around the table. Private moments exposed, friendships fractured, marriages shaken. She paused, swallowing hard. But tonight is not about blame. Tonight, we choose each other again. Sitting back down, she allowed Kirk to reach across and squeeze her hand. Karlie followed, fingers wrapped around a glass of sparkling water. I shared that clip without considering its impact, she admitted openly. I laughed at a private moment and it hurt my friend. I've spent countless hours regretting that. She looked directly at Rasheeda. Your strength in forgiving me inspires me. I vow to honor that forgiveness every day. Rasheeda's eyes softened, and Kirk gave Karlie a respectful nod. Yandi stood next, raising her own glass. I spoke up for Shakira, she said, but added fuel to the fire by lacking compassion. I apologize for taking sides before listening. She gently tapped Rasheeda's hand before sitting down. Erica was next, clearing her throat. I've used humor as a weapon, she admitted. I thought teasing was harmless, but it cut deeper than I realized. Rasheeda, I'm sorry for every joke that hurt rather than uplifted. She offered Rasheeda a small smile, which was met with a nod of solidarity. Finally, Mendez rose, his voice low but sincere. I thought staying neutral was safe, but I left my wife feeling isolated. I failed to support her. Thank you, Kirk, for stepping up to find the truth. And Rasheeda, thank you for showing what true partnership means. Tears welled in Rasheeda's eyes as Mendez returned to his seat. A quiet understanding settled over the group. The cameras lingered, capturing this unfiltered moment of unity. Then, the director called for the group embrace shot after shot. Rasheeda and Kirk held each other tightly. Rasheeda and Karlie shared a lingering hug. Yandi and Erica wrapped arms in support, and Mendez joined the circle, drawing everyone closer. The camera circled the group, catching genuine smiles and glistening eyes. As the embrace ended, Rasheeda took Kirk's hand and led him to a small table where a single envelope awaited. Inside were printed transcripts, timestamps, raw footage, and notes, proving Kirk's discovery of the intern leak. Holding the pages aloft, Rasheeda's voice trembled with emotion. This is our proof. This is how we uncovered the truth. Kirk stood beside her, pride and relief evident. Karlie and Mendez approached to read alongside Erica and Yandi. Their faces reflected shock, sympathy, and vindication as the injustice of the manipulated gossip came into focus, captured unforgettably by the ever-watchful cameras. The injustice was laid bare for everyone to witness. As the director called for the final cut, a wave of applause swept through the crew. Producers exchanged approving glances, acknowledging that they had captured more than just conflict, they had documented genuine transformation. The backlights dimmed, making the string lights above shimmer even brighter, casting a warm glow over the emotionally charged set. When the cameras finally stopped rolling, the cast lingered, sharing quiet conversations in the lingering warmth of the moment. Rasheeda and Kirk quietly slipped away to a secluded corner near the gazebo. Kirk gently draped an arm around her shoulders and whispered, "Let's always put honesty first." Rasheeda leaned into his embrace and replied softly, "Always." Moments later, Karlie approached, offering her hands in peace. "Thank you for today," she said sincerely, "for trusting me once more." Rasheeda nodded and clasped Karlie's hands firmly. "We're friends," she affirmed with quiet conviction. The two shared a brief, heartfelt hug. Soon Yandi and Erica joined them, and the four women began exchanging ideas for a meaningful charity initiative, an emblem of their journey from betrayal to rebuilding trust. This path has been a tumultuous ride, full of raw confrontations and emotional reckonings. You have watched Rasheeda confront Kirk, demand unwavering loyalty, and witness him prove his devotion through genuine actions rather than empty promises. Karlie faced her mistakes head-on while Yandi and Erica offered sincere apologies for their unintended harshness. Meanwhile, Mendez learned firsthand the consequences of remaining neutral in the face of conflict. The audience has been captivated by every twist and turn, the private leak that ignited a public firestorm, the raw emotions unfolding on camera, and a family fractured only to find their way back to unity. Now the question turns to you. Do you believe Kirk's efforts today are enough to erase the wounds of yesterday? Should Rasheeda continue to hold him accountable until she feels fully secure again? Was Karlie's apology sufficient to mend their friendship? Or does the healing process require more? Whose side are you on in this battle of loyalty, trust, and forgiveness? We want to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below and join the ongoing conversation. If you've been drawn in by every explosive moment, hit that like button and share this video with your friends so they can add their voices too. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell to stay up to date on every new development. In this real-life saga, your opinion matters. Here, tell us what you would do in Rasheeda's shoes and how you think this story will continue to unfold.